Hey there, I have another EFT tapping video for you, and this is clearing one of the biggest blocks and fears to you achieving wealth and success, and that is fear of loss. Hey there, Marguerita here, mindset coach, business strategist, and light worker from Pitbull Coaching, and founder and creator of the Wealth Consciousness Movement and the Conscious Wealth Revolution. And I have another EFT tapping video for you today. This is the fear of loss. I do these videos because I am passionate about helping you to clear out the fears, the doubts, the limiting beliefs that are stopping you from being the best version of you, so you can activate the greatness within and be unstoppable at making your dreams a reality. So the fear of loss is one of the 7 biggest fears. You have fear of change, fear of failure, fear of success, fear of loss, fear of negative consequences, fear of rejection, judgment, and criticism, and fear that you're not good enough. Okay, so they're the 7 biggest fears. And the fear of loss is about you thinking about subconsciously, you're afraid to lose a part of yourself or a part of your life that you are really emotionally attached to. And this is very, very real. Now, if you want to be super, super rich, mega wealthy, mega successful, then you're probably saying, well, what is there to lose? There's everything to gain. I'm going to be super rich. It's going to be amazing. And to a certain extent, that is potentially true. However, if you are not making significant progress, if you are procrastinating, if you are sabotaging yourself, if you are not changing your behaviors, if you are not making sort of action, taking the action that you need to take to get the results that you want, then there is something going on back here in the subconscious mind that says, it's not safe. The 3 things: it's not safe, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve it. So it's your job is to root out what those fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs are. This is the internal work. This is the only thing that is stopping you from living the life that is beyond your wildest dreams. The only thing standing in between you and your goals and your success and being rich and mega wealthy. This is why I am so passionate about you doing the internal work, uncovering and unpacking and disentangling this complex labyrinth of belief systems that are stopping you from living an amazing life. Because anything is possible. Do you realize that you are infinitely powerful and you have the ability within you to achieve anything? Anything. I don't care how big your dream is. You are capable of it. The only thing standing in between you and your dreams is this, the limiting beliefs. So let's think about this. If you think about, if you are mega wealthy and successful, maybe you're afraid of losing friends and family. Maybe you're afraid that because this is our tribal connections, our connections to our tribe of origin are very, very strong. We really want to fit in with our tribe of origin. Why? Because our ancient wiring, our primitive brain, knows that as a baby and as a small child, we are completely dependent on the tribe for our survival. Now, hundreds, thousands of years ago, if we didn't fit in, if we were too different from the tribe, then we would be ostracized, cast out. And when you were cast out from the tribe, it was a certain death sentence because the tribe only survived as a community working together. There was no such thing as surviving solo out in the wilderness. It just wasn't possible. So, or it was, it was highly unlikely that you would survive, and particularly as a child. So the brain goes, okay, my survival depends on fitting in. So in order for you to exceed the previous achievements of the tribe and the expectations of the tribe, this could be perceived by the primitive brain as an existential threat to you. So then there's the loss of identity, because you know that you have to become the new, 2.0 version of you. You have everything inside of you to achieve anything that you want, but you're going to have to let go of certain parts of your identity. And this is also very scary to the ego. Are you afraid to lose maybe time with your family? Maybe you think when you're mega wealthy and mega successful, you'll be working so hard that you won't have any time with your family. Maybe you're afraid of losing your health. So I heard a very interesting story, really, and I get lots of stories from my clients about the different things that come up, because it's actually finding what these limiting beliefs are is the vast majority of the work. Once you find it, it's easy to release it. And I heard an interesting story recently whereby this man was just constantly sabotaging himself. He would sort of get to a certain point and then his behavior would just completely ruin everything, and he didn't understand why. And he was working with another practitioner, not myself, but another practitioner. And it turned out that when he was a little kid, his mother, he was sort of like, Mum, when I grow up, I want to be really successful. And his mum said to him, oh, son, you don't want to be really successful because successful people have heart attacks. So this got implanted in his brain. This is how impressionable we are at that very young age. And we are influenced by so many external forces. The media that we listen to and we watch, the teachers at school, other influential people in our lives, our parents, other family members, whatever is demonstrated to us and said to us leaves lasting impressions in here. And this is where the wiring comes from. So also, if you've had any trauma around success when you were a young kid, if you were humiliated when you stood up in the class, for instance, there you go, fear of rejection, judgment, criticism, and humiliation. That's going to stop you from actually standing in your power and giving it a crack, because you're afraid that you're going to get rejected and humiliated. So these are the things. I know that I'm going on a bit here, but this is the power of this work. This is the power of your subconscious. If you are not achieving the results that you want, then there is some fear going on in here that is blocking you. Your job is to find it and clear that crap out so it no longer stands in between you and your dreams. I'm very passionate about this. And if you're not a part of the wealth consciousness movement yet, then why not? It's totally free. There's an entire library filled with EFT tapping videos of all different descriptions to help you to release the crap that's going on up here that is stopping you from achieving life like unimaginable wealth and success that you are entirely capable of. So you're going to have to mark this spot for the EFT tapping. So think about, what are you potentially afraid to lose? Think about, project yourself into the future with your wealth, the wealth and success that you achieve. What does your life look like? This is a part of achieving it, by the way. What does your life look like? What's different? What's the lifestyle? Where are you? What are you doing? Who's around you? Now think of what you have to detach from and leave behind, because everything requires, every next level requires you to leave behind something. So what is it that you perceive you're going to leave behind? Because sometimes it's just a perception, a bit like, oh, I'm afraid I'll lose my friends and family. I'm afraid they won't love me anymore. I'm afraid that my relationship with my partner will actually disintegrate because we'll be in different worlds. I'm afraid they won't support me anymore. So these are very real fears to the subconscious. Okay, we do fear change. We naturally fear change. So what is it about the change that you are afraid of in relation to loss? Think about that. Okay, so we're going to do some generic tapping now. I know that was a long preamble, but I'm glad you stuck with me. Now, before you start the tapping, on a scale of 0 to 10, I'm afraid I have too much to lose. How intense is that? 10 being it's really intense, 0 being that it's not intense at all. It doesn't even exist. So I have too much to lose. Okay. So start by tapping on the side of the hand. I don't say these things for shits and giggles, you know. I say it because it's true and I want to help you. Okay. So tapping on the side of the hand and repeat after me. Even though I'm afraid that I'm going to lose things that are precious in my life in order to be wealthy and successful, I deeply and completely love and accept all of me. Even though I'm afraid there are sacrifices that I will have to make. And I might have to leave some things behind that are very precious to me. I deeply and completely love and accept who I am and how I feel right now. Even though I'm afraid I might lose something in my quest for wealth and success, I deeply and completely love and accept all of me right now. Okay, tapping through the points. This fear of loss. I have things in my life that are very precious to me. Things in my life that I'm afraid to lose. People in my life that I'm afraid to lose. I have things in my life that are precious to me. Things I'm not willing to sacrifice. What if being wealthy and successful means I have to sacrifice things that are precious to me? What if being rich means losing things that I love? What if being rich means losing things that are precious to me? What if being wealthy and successful means sacrificing my values? What if I lose my identity? What if I lose myself? What if I lose friends and family? What if I lose time with my family? What if I lose my health? What if I'm too stressed? What if the sacrifices are too great? There are things that I just am not willing to sacrifice. There are things I'm not willing to lose. What if I lose my identity? What if I make a lot of money and I lose it? What if I lose money in the process? What if I lose people who are important to me? There's actually a lot that I have to lose. What if I lose my identity? What if I lose myself? What if I lose my children? What if I lose my partner? What if I lose things that I value and are important to me? All this fear of loss and sacrifice that's stopping me from going all in on achieving wealth, success, and freedom. Okay, deep breath. Oh, let out all that old energy. Deep breath. Release all that old crap. All right, now let's rate that statement again. I have too much to lose. On a scale of 0 to 10, how intense is that? So the thing is that, I brought up within that tapping that a lot of people that I've come across, they really are afraid that if they make all that money, then they're just going to lose it because they may have lost money in the past. And there's also a fear that because there will be sacrifices in order to achieve something great, something amazing, to build this amazing life, there are things that you will have to sacrifice. That's just that is par for the course. It is part of your quest to achieve something amazing, to change your life. And in relation to that, sometimes you're going to make investments, financial investments, that don't work out. That is also a part of this journey. But the thing is that the vast majority of people are playing not to lose. Super successful people play to win. They know there will be sacrifices. They know not everything's going to work out. They know that sometimes their financial investment will not yield the results that they want. They may even lose money, which is not what they set out to do. And it's important that you do your due diligence. And it's important that you are willing to do the work, the internal work, the work on your business, that you build the foundations right, because I'm talking about business because I'm an entrepreneur and as far as I'm concerned, the most efficient, effective, and fastest way to build wealth is as an entrepreneur, but you've got to get the formula right. You've got to get that right. If you go in all guns blazing and you have no freaking idea what you're doing, then you are setting yourself up to lose. That's a given. So set yourself up for success at the outset. But if you're going to be successful, then you have to play to win. Whereas the vast majority of people, they are playing not to lose. So this is why this is so important, right? So now, of course, if you would like to know more with the right knowledge, if you want the right knowledge, the right strategies, the right formulas to get on the right track to achieve wealth and success fast through a business that you love, then register for my Wildly Wealthy workshop. It's totally free. It's 90 minutes at least of massive information download to help to get you on the right track. Everything that I share in this workshop is actionable material that you can use. You can take it to the bank and you can use to get yourself on the fast track to wealth and success as an entrepreneur. Okay, no matter where you're at. If you're already an entrepreneur, then I've got gold in there for you too, right? So now we're going to get back into the tapping and we're going to do a positive tapping. But it's important that you are identifying what it is that you're afraid of. What are you really afraid of? Why are you not going all in? Why are you holding yourself back? Why are you sabotaging yourself? What's the procrastination about? Why aren't you adopting the right behaviors? There's so much in this, and it's constant. This work never ends. People say, oh, when am I going to get there? Where's there? And this work it's a lifetime of work, but it's so worth it. Now, remember that while you're afraid to lose something, everything is a story, everything is a perception. Yes, there are going to be sacrifices that you need to make. However, You are the co-creator of your future. You are the co-creator of your reality. You are constantly in a creative process with the universe. Every thought that you think, every belief that you have, every feeling that you experience is a part of the co-creative process. So you have the power and the ability to create anything that you desire. Now, if you have stories and perceptions about, oh my God, it's going to be too hard, I'm going to lose this, I'm going to lose that, then that's what you'll create. So what do you want to create instead? Right? So if you have fears that you're going to lose friends and lose family, you can't control the response of your family to your wealth and success. You can do as much as you want to actually include them in the process, and hopefully they will celebrate your success. You don't know what they're going to do or how they're going to respond. However, how many friends are you going to make in the process? Maybe you'll have a new family who will love you and accept you just the way you are and celebrate your success along the way. Do you see what I mean? So, what is it that you want to create? And then think about, well, I'm afraid to lose this. Is it real? And then what do I want instead? And then you focus on creating that. You get what you focus on most of the time. So, meaning that whatever your dominant focus is, that's what you will create. If you dominantly focus on the downside, then firstly, you won't even go there. You won't even bother because you're too afraid of experiencing the downside. Secondly, you'll hold yourself back and you will sabotage yourself and you will create the downside in the process. This is how powerful you are. Do you get it yet? You are so, so, so powerful. You got here because you created it. You are here on this planet because you created it. You chose it. You are where you are right now because you created it. Now, I'm not saying that you need to beat yourself up if your life is a complete and utter disaster, but it's unraveling, right? Okay, so what limiting beliefs, what dysfunctional processes have I got going on up here that cause this crap that I'm living? Because I'm done with this now. Do you see how this shift in your mindset and rewiring your brain and changing your beliefs and your thinking empowers you? I don't say this to make you feel bad about yourself, by the way. I say this stuff to empower you, to get you to understand that just by doing the internal work, you can change your entire life. Okay, I've had a bit of a rant during this tapping. I hope it's helpful. I hope it's hammering home just how amazing you are and what you are truly capable of. So let's start by tapping on the inside of the eye. I choose to know I am the co-creator of my future. I choose to know I create everything. I get to create my future reality. I will have to make some sacrifices, but the future that I am creating is amazing. I'm ready to win on every level. I'm ready to make some sacrifices and deliberately create my future. I'm ready to go all in on making my dreams a reality. I'm ready to make my dreams non-negotiable. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to achieve my dreams. I'm ready to take massive action. I'm ready to back myself and go all in. Because I know that I'm worth it. I know that my dreams are worth it. There are things that are out of my control. So I focus on the things I can control. I focus on taking the right action. I focus on being the best version of me. I choose to partner with the universe. I choose to be unstoppable. I choose to embrace and embody my power. I choose to know I am infinitely powerful. I know I can create anything I put my mind to. I choose to create my life my way. I am a powerful and deliberate co-creator, creating my future every moment. I focus on what it is that I want to create, and I make it non-negotiable, and I go all in. I'm ready to back myself and my dreams all the way. And I refuse to allow anything or anybody to stand in between me and my dreams. Deep breath. And let it out. Another deep breath. Oh, let out all that old energy. Okay. Powerful, huh? So when you think about that fear of loss, how intense is that for you now on a scale of 0 to 10? How excited are you about your future? Get excited. You are infinitely powerful. You do have the ability to create anything that you put your mind to. And if you have enjoyed this tapping video, then like and subscribe, comment below, let me know what your biggest takeaway is. And remember, if you want to come to my Wildly Wealthy workshop, the address is on your screen right now. I would love to see you there. It's all free. And I can share with you the knowledge, the strategies, the tools that you need to get from where you are to where you want to be super fast, because I believe in you. And I know that you are capable of far more than you imagine possible. Back yourself. You've got this. All right. Love you loads. I'll see you in another tapping video very soon, and hopefully in my Wildly Wealthy workshop. Bye for now.